There's no surprises here.
But Jund is also very surprising just within a stock list. Whole bunch of 1s and 2s that very much are wildly different. Like, yeah, you might think that like Bonfire of the Dam and Mizzy Mortars serve similar roles, but they play way differently.
Yeah, and Joey seems like a very practiced, very well practiced player with the deck, and we are underway.
So we have, I was going to, making 2 land drops. Both players making their first 2 land drops, but no actual spells.
Yeah.
Until Geist of Saintcraft.
No, yeah, usually the blue-white based control deck wants to sit there and think twice again.
Not this one.
This guy, he wants a Geist of Saintcraft.
Alright, so think of Geist of Saintcraft and card I want and look for in Jund to handle Geist of Saintcraft.
Well, Liliana of the Veil would be a good answer. Unfortunately, Joey can't cast it with this man.
Also, 1 copy only.
Yes.
So, Joey his draw does not look very good.
No.
Let's be honest.
I'm looking for Edict effects beyond Liliana, and there's nothing.
Just a Bonfire of the Damned.
He can Bonfire, not an Edict effect, but he can Bonfire, yeah. So a Putrefy for the Angel. So this is just a gain for life.
Joey has plenty of these. He has a Putrefy, a Garruk Primal Hunter he cannot cast, a Bonfire of the Damned that will not do much, a Tragic Slip that doesn't do much, another Tragic Slip that also doesn't do much. Joey's draw is abysmal, to say the least.
And here you also see one of the big weaknesses of Jund is its potentially shaky mana, and you see he's got access to all 3 colors. That's excellent, but he doesn't have access to 2 of any color.
Mm-hmm.
And so he can't cast Liliana. He can't cast Bonfire. It's.
There you go.
There you see an Abrupt Decay for the Angel, and again, just a gain for.
Here's the thing about Jund is much better of a game 2 and 3 deck once you can tweak your deck to fit like what you need, the right type of cards.
Mm-hmm.
Joey's drawn all of his terrible game 1 cards.
But he's still in this game right now. So far, he's just been hit with a Grey Ogre. I mean, that Grey Ogre happens to be also making him discard a card every turn, but...
yes. He's been getting hit by an Abyssal Spectre every turn.
He's at 16. He's still in this. And here comes Geist with the Angel. Joey going to take it all this time, I think.
So if Joey can draw another land, not a ton of counter spells, only 2 Syncopates and a Dissipate to protect his Geist from Bonfire of the Damned. But now Joey's actually his draw.
He's got Garruk.
Runner lands. He can Garruk or Bonfire of the Damned.
Yeah.
I think that's a Putrefy. I don't think that's a very good option for Joey.
Yeah, that's a Putrefy there.
So I think it's one of his 5 mana cards, either Garruk, Primal Hunter, or Bonfire. I would go with Bonfire.
Yeah, I mean, Alex has played literally 1 spell.
Yeah. And just like under the gun, like who knows? Alex's draw could be terrible as well. Right. We just haven't seen his hand as much as we've seen Joey's hand.
How many Geists does Alex have?
All of them.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought. So he could have a backup Geist. He could just be.
You have Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah.
It's like, how many spells do you have? It's like, oh, this is very unlikely to resolve. But decent amount of burn spells in Alex's deck. 3 Pillar Flame, 3 Searing Spear, 2 Turn and Burn, 2 War Leaders Helix.
It's gonna go with the Bonfire as you suggested.
So
Joey spending 3 cards to deal with that 1 Geist, and in the meantime taking 10 damage.
But
no, I mean,
Alex took 2 damage from that Bonfire of the Damned, so it's all worth it.
Yeah, it could be. So
all right, Restoration Angel from Alex.
And
Alex is being a big meanie face. We can't really see his cards.
No.
But we see the Restoration Angel in play, dealing Joey 3 damage, taking him down to 7. That is very much burn range. This Angel's not going to be otherwise valuable because there's a Putrefy.
Joey's hand, yep. So that's going to likely be the only 3 damage that Angel is doing. So Alex is going to have to
Pillar U.
Yeah, Pillar U.
Snapcaster.
Snapcaster.
Pillar U.
Pillar U.
You're on
down
3.
To 3. And does he have a Searing Spear?
Yes.
And
It does.
that'll take us to game 2 in a blazing fast game 1. Of course, like you said, Joey just not on the cards. He drew the wrong half of his deck. That's the thing, you know. Jund, very, very powerful, a lot of really strong cards. And, you know, sometimes you draw the wrong half of your deck. Sometimes you know, your mana's shaking. You don't see your Farseeks. We didn't see a Farseek there from Joey. Not that, I don't know that the Farseek would have gotten him out of that situation really all that much. He may have been able to cast the bonfire earlier,
yeah,
which could have been relevant, but you know.
So while these players are sideboarding,
Yes,
we are going to ask you guys a trivia question.
we are.
So another trivia question. We're going to ask you one question. You're going to reply.
Yep.
Make sure you use the hashtag SCG Premium.
Yes. So basically, we ask a question. You guys tweet your answer with the hashtag SCG Premium, and you don't need to, you know, tweet it at SCG Live. You just need to include the SCG Premium hashtag. And
any answer that includes that will be counted. It's not a race.
Nope.
You have until the end of this match.
Yep.
To get your answers in.
Yeah, and we will choose one random correct answer to win 3 months of premium here in the quarterfinals. Keep in mind, if you don't win, you can still have more chances to win premium access. Tomorrow morning, we're going to give away 6 months in the semifinals, and then during the finals, we're going to give away a year. And we're going to do the whole thing all over again in the Legacy Top 8.
So 6 chances to win this weekend. This is the first one.
Yep.
So get your answers in.
So for 3 months of SCG Premium, we've got a couple Grand Prix lined up. Summer's looking really exciting.
Yeah, so 3 weeks is Grand Prix Miami.
Right, I was gonna say right now we have Grand Prix Providence going on, Grand Prix Gothenburg. We have Grand Prix. We have another Grand Prix coming up. Vegas. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yes,
coming up, and we have Grand Prix Miami, as you mentioned.
Grand Prix Miami. Lots of cool stuff there.
Yeah. Cool artists.
Yeah. Cool artists. Yeah.
A lot of meet and greet, new tokens. We're going to be doing coverage. Star City's going to be running the event and doing the coverage. So
same fantastic judge staff that we get for all of our Star City Opens.
So the question for 3 months of SCG Premium is, what format is Grand Prix Miami?
So there's a Grand Prix Miami fact sheet if you go on the front page of StarCityGames.com.
Don't make it so easy.
You have the internet at home.
Don't tell them to use the internet. They might not have even remembered.
Listen, I have more faith in you than Joey does.
I'm just trying to protect our premium. Protect the premium.
Somebody's gonna win.
I guess we are giving it away to somebody. There's no way to protect it.
No way
nobody answered it right, so I guess nobody gets the premium.
So, if you want, I want you to win premium. Joey doesn't.
I do want you to win premium because premium is awesome.
Yeah. So, get your answers in. What format? Grand Prix Miami, 3 weeks. Use the internet.
Yeah. You could use that. You could use the internet to answer us with Twitter, if Twitter is.
Yes, you need to use Twitter. So the internet is very important.
It's an open book test.
Yes.
So, let's go to the sideboard.
Back to the sideboarding. So what kind of Geist of Saint Draft? Huge card for Alex. What does Joey have to combat that?
Well, also keep in mind that because this is a top 8. Both players have access to each other's deck list.
They know exactly what the other player's up to.
So we can try to do the
every
next level.
Every tool in your deck is available.
Right.
Or is known.
Right, exactly. So Joey's sideboard obviously can't target the Geist of Saint Draft. He can slaughter games it if that is a big problem. If that's something that he wants to do, that's not the best answer.
Real issue is that it's more expensive than Geist.
Exactly. You're losing a lot of value.
Yes.
Also likely. Alex plays Geist and then you play slaughter games.
That's not
very good. But you know, it's something. He's got Gaze of Granite, also very expensive answer to Geist. So we have two answers.
It's basically a 6-mana Diabolic Edict.
Yeah.
When we're talking about Geist.
He's got 1 copy of Barter in Blood.
I would imagine that is probably one of the few cards that Joe's actually going to bring in.
Yeah.
I could see another copy of Ground Seal. It gets the Snapcaster Mage portion of the deck, and it cycles.
Yep.
So
you just asked me about answers to Geist. I was just going down for that.
Right.
So again, we have another expensive answer to Geist of Saint Draft.
Barter in Blood is basically the only one Barter in Blood, Ground Seal, maybe Rakdos Return.
Okay, I like it.
I don't see any other cards. You would maybe Duress as a potential answer.
Right,
I think
can't hit
Duress
the Geist,
would
but can
come
hit
in
the-
with Ground Seal. But neither of Joy has 4 discard spells. He has 2 Duress and 2 Appetite for Brains. Neither of them are going to get the most important card. So I think Joey's going to want lean on his Huntmasters and his Thragtusk to block Geist of St. Trap.
Yeah,
which makes a lot of the other stuff more appealing. You saw that basically Joey drew most of the cards that are just very bad.
Yeah.
Against Alex's deck in game 1. The Tragic Slips are not very good. The Abrupt Decays are not very good. The Dreadbore is not particularly great. Sever the Bloodline not great. Like Mizzy and Mortar is not great. All these cards, like a lot of
targeted removal.
Spot removal
Right.
is not good against the Snapcaster Mage. Thundermaw Hellkite. We'll need some answers to that, but Putrefy is generally the best answer. Restoration Angel needs some answers, but not many.
His best answer to Geist really is a dude, and he didn't see any of those last game. So
Alex Blackard, on the other hand, has his best card is likely to be 2 Clone. He can copy either Thragtusk or Olivia Valderin. Thragtusk will leave the Thragtusk battle at parity. Olivia Valderin will go the way of extinct creatures.
The way of the old legend rule.
Yes.
Pretty soon.
Other than that, maybe
the
one possible turn and burn. His sideboard has both turn and burn. He did not cut his card in half. But turn and burn also a decent answer to Thragtusk.
Just in Joey Mispagel has just been crowned the Burger King mid round mid match while they were sideboarding. I don't know if it was something he did while he was sideboarding that made him deserving of the crown, or maybe it was something earlier and it's just taken this long for the crown to come in.
I believe that Joey is well deserving of the title.
Oh yeah,
Burger King.
Can't disagree. I just was curious what exactly it was that maybe the crown just came in the mail. One of those.
I bet Alex is intimidated at this point.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Super Bowl ring, right? I mean,
pretty much.
He probably did whatever it was a long time ago, and the coronation just happened to be right now at Star City Games Standard Open in St. Louis.
However, Alex can drive some confidence. He has the best card on either side of the matchup. Geist of St. Trap, huge problem.
And we saw it happen in game 1.
Huge problem, yes.
And looks
not a super common card in Standard.
So we have some actual off-camera match
Off-camera
news.
action. We'll bring up Casey Hanford up a game. He was playing the Act 2 deck.
Yes.
He was playing.
Who was his opponent? Because we don't have the brackets over
I
here.
believe he was playing as John Milner.
Okay.
If I'm not
here's the
mistaken.
bracket.
How good am I?
You were right.
Oh wow, fantastic. So up a game, John Milner playing Naya Blitz. Probably did not have the champion triple or
the land triple champion, Joe.
He had a game earlier on camera.
Was it on camera or off camera? Because I just
John did.
Okay.
He had his opponent on 1 on turn 3.
Wow.
Probably did not have that draw. Let's say if he had that draw, he probably could have finished out that game off. But we're underway in our current feature match.
And I think Joey went to 6. Is that confirmed? Yeah, Joey went to 6, trying to get a better hand. Then he started with game 1, and we have
Alex trying to draw 2 cards, but did not successfully draw 2 cards, or unsuccessfully draw 2 cards.
Yeah, contrary to popular belief, both players do not start with Staff of Nin in play.
So here comes a Farsi from Joey. I mean, that's kind of like one of those reasons why players, like you can see Alex when he goes to, take note when Alex goes to draw a card, he'll slide it along the table.
Right.
So that way, in
Just to
case he
make sure.
accidentally slides 2 like he did last turn, he doesn't get any penalties or anything like that. It's very easily fixed.
So the Farseek for Joey, the Farseek that was missing from game 1, is exactly where he wants to be here.
I think Joey has a bunch of lands in his hand now. So his Molda 6 was mostly mana. Not a bad place to be because
he's got a Rakdos return. So he
3 lands Rakdos return.
Yeah, that looks like his spell. So he's just gonna hope to dodge Geist of St. Traft until he can cast that Rakdos' return.
Joey's really good off the top. Jund
Yeah.
is really good off the top. So it's not a terrible thing to be just playing off the top when you're Jund with a bunch of lands in play.
I think Rootbound Crag off the top there, so
Yeah.
we're just going to see land go.
Way too early to pull the trigger on basically Mind Rot.
So Alex could have the Geist here. With 4 copies of Geist main deck, very likely that he...
It was a very confident keep as well.
Yeah, and 3 mana, here it comes. That ain't no Boros Reckoner.
Nope.
Geist of St. Traft. As you mentioned, probably the best card
Ooh.
in the entire...
It is.
in the matchup, but Joey with
Joey does
probably
the
best
best,
answer.
probably the best possible.
Yeah, the only, I mean, he could have cast Liliana, that would have been a reasonable answer.
Yeah, he has a 1 copy of Liliana, that's better, but other than that, best possible. Like, that's better than Thragtusk, in my opinion. Simply because we know there are copies of Turn and Burn in Alex's hand, so eventually that could just get kicked out of the way. It also puts a lot of pressure on Alex to continue to play spells when he may want to hold up counter magic.
Yeah. So
depending on his hand.
Land.
I think I see. Yep, there's 2 copies of Turn and Burn in Alex's hand, so maybe he just cast both of them in attacks.
Yeah.
Right.
Looks like that's the case. He's gonna burn Huntmaster.
He's gonna use the burn spell named Burn.
Yes. So just burn Huntmaster.
And
burn the wolf.
So yeah, Huntmaster the full 2 for 1.
Yeah. And
I mean, but it's not always about how many cards you have. It's, well, none of Joey's cards matter if none of them match up with Geist of St. Traft.
right, and you know what Alex doesn't know, and we do, is Joey now really needs to find an answer to Geist.
I think Alex played 2 lands that turn.
I think he did too. He played Glacial Fortress,
Yeah.
and then he played Sacred
Absolutely
Contrary,
2 lands.
so-
Because he played Geist last turn.
Right.
And there should only be 4 lands in play on Alex's side.
Yeah, good call. There's the Rakdos'
Yes.
return,
Yeah.
and you know, as soon as we can get them to stop, hopefully they'll figure this out. The fact that the Sacred Foundry should be in Alex's hand, which of course is a little awkward. I don't know how many cards he has in hand, but if that's the 5th card, Joey probably is.
I mean, Joey, they should absolutely be allowed to back up.
Yeah.
To the point.
Yeah, there we go. Joey's pointing it out. That's you played.
Yes.
Yeah, he went Glacial Fortress, Burn, then a 2nd copy of Burn, attack. Then he played a Sacred Foundry. So.
Alright, so we'll see what the. I'm not sure what the what penalties there is if that's very easily undoable, but I mean it's very clear that.
Yeah, I don't think it was intentional. You know, it's just one of those.
Definitely not.
You know, you're not.
Yeah, most mistakes are not intentional. When they are intentional, they're cheating.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, and with the Farseek throwing off the land count too, you know, he
absolutely.
looks across
You could say,
the table.
"Oh, you have 5 lands. I could have 5 lands too."
Yeah.
Very easy to
mix that up when the
especially,
Farseek was involved.
with you know, some players are getting more nervous in higher stakes matches, which this absolutely is. Most of these players, like a top 8 match, he's not. Yeah, he was like, yeah, I probably did that.
So, if you're just joining us, you're just in time to catch the quarterfinal coverage of the StarCityGames.com St. Louis Standard Open Series. I think we're going to come back to the booth here while these guys take a little break from their match.
There are far less Burger King crowns in the booth, but
Sorry
I think,
about that.
yeah, I think you'll have to make do.
I have my Azorius pin.
I have no guild pins. I don't even know what guild I would be.
You have Demir on the inside of your jacket, don't you?
No.
No? Of course a Demir person would say
I
that.
know I would just lie and say I was another guild.
Yeah, that's
if
true.
I was
That would
Demir.
be just, or you could just say, you know, keep up this whole thing. Like I would just lie. If I was another guild, I would just say, you know, if I was Demir, I would just have another guild, right?
Demir is full of
very tricky.
very
Trying to next
tricky,
level me, yeah.
I think the
Let me see
closest
the
guild.
inside of your coat.
Nothing
Got it
like
like in his
yeah.
collar or something. It's actually tattooed on the back of your neck. That's why you have that ponytail.
You found me out. A ponytail?
No.
I think my guild would actually be Simic, but I'm
Yeah.
not. So I think.
Yeah, we're
This is
backing
going back
up
in
here a
your
little
hand.
bit. Yeah, so it looks like Joey's untapped, has 5 lands now.
Okay,
and
so they just undid everything.
Yeah, and
Put
now...
a card back on Joey's deck, and Joey still wants to Rakdos return
Yeah,
for 4.
same thing's going to happen.
So, discard 1. You got 3 more to go.
Yeah. I'm Rakdos returning you for 4.
That's all of them.
That's everything. There's a Ralzeric.
Yeah, Ralzeric, Syncopate, and Detention Sphere.
Yeah.
So Geist of Saint Trapped versus a bunch of lands.
Yeah.
I like Geist of Saint Trapped.
Right now, I mean, what matters is what's on the table, and Joey doesn't have an answer for it. I mean, despite the whole "I'll wreck your hand" thing going on, Alex is wrecking Joey's life total.
I mean, we're Thragtusk or Huntmaster away from this game being heavily favored for Joey.
I 100% agree. And
But
it's land go, and he's got a
it's a
Putrefy,
Putrefy.
so that'll fog the angel token.
It's a Sacred Nectar, I believe, is a gain 4.
Was it Life Burst? Was that the
Life
one?
Burst,
Life Burst
yes.
was one that Ruben mentioned.
Unfortunately, you do not gain additional life with additional life bursts, as we found out in Game 1.
Putrefy the angel token, as we suspected would happen. So
Yeah,
Joey's
Putrefy
gonna
is one
drop
of
to
the
8.
good removal spells left. Wow.
Another Ralzeric, and it's Bolt You.
I like the Bolt You immediately, because you're likely to give out Sever the Bloodline.
And that's it, Alex Blackard.
That's the game.
With the win very quickly over John. I mean, 21 minutes. I think, you know,
Might
a
be
good
a
chunk of
record
that
for
was
you.
sideboarding, and a little pause when we
Yeah.
look, the crown, the king has ceded his crown to Alex. I think Alex needs to wear that crown though now. I mean, he needs.
He got to win the
probably-
tournament tomorrow.
All right. Well, he's got Joey had it here. I mean,
Yeah. So
you get a trophy for winning. The crown, you know, just goes
for this
it's
match.
the quarterfinal crown.
All
Apparently.
right. So we're coming back to the booth.
All right.
And
That was kind of
much faster than I expected.